But there is a story that needs to be told, and that is we had a One Heart Many Lives conference in Hastings not long after we met, And Tamati was sitting next to me, and his breathing was absolutely awful. He was grey and just profusely sweating. And I thought, oh my God, please don't die. And please don't die sitting next to me. But we're in a room like this full of health professionals. So we had GPs and nurses and pharmacists and everybody else from the Hawke's Bay health sector. And I knew most of them personally. So I went up to see one of the nurses who works in a Maori Health provider, and I said, hey, delete name, could you go and visit Tamati every week and just check that he's okay and, just make sure that things are oh, no, I can't. He's not in my region. Right, okay, go and talk to another nurse in a different PHO. Can you please go and visit Tamati weekly, at home, just make sure he's okay? No, I can't. You need a referral from a doctor. Right, we're in the, what's that sports arena in Hawke's Bay? Pettigrew Sports Stadium, where the Sports Trust is based. With green prescription. So off I go, knock on their door. Can I please get a green prescription for Tamati? Oh, no, you can't. You've got to go to a GP. Now, there you are. I'm there, who knows all of these people personally, who can't get health services for somebody who's sitting right next to me. Whose problem was it? I eventually went up to Paddy Twigg, who's a GP in Hawke's Bay, who's a good mate, said, Paddy, get over here. Can you please make sure that all of this happens? Now, what would have happened, and I know that we've talked about this a few times, if at the first time you asked for help, that person had said, no, I can't, you're not in my region, you're not my PHO. So who's the barrier?
Basically, I'm a very proud man. I think all our men are very proud, and we don't like asking for help. I thought I was, invincible. Nothing could touch me. If my family was in trouble, I could bench press the planet. All of a sudden I found out I wasn't that tough when I was flat on my back in an ambulance going up to the hospital. The funny thing is I could never see myself sick. I never ever saw myself as sick. I knew I was big. And when I was in hospital, it was interesting watching doctors running around my bed and looking at me and nodding their head. And I had about three. I had one was a cardio specialist, heart doctor, and he was quite surprised why that big I never had a heart attack or a stroke. The heart specialist came into my room, was chatting to me and told me that in 3 months I could have a massive cardiac event. But he was talking doctor talk, and I couldn't understand doctor talk. He was going, you have cardiomyopathy. This Maori boy didn't know a thing what cardiomyopathy was. If it wasn't for an absolute brilliant nurse, I wouldn't have known squat. I'd just been told by a doctor that 3 months I could have a massive cardiac event, or a heart attack, or a stroke. I might live short. And my nephew, who was 10 years old, just asked me to live 11 years. And basically I died. And from there, I just kind of thought, shucks, I'm going to have to grow up. I'm not as tough as I think I am. I'm not that invincible. And, it was just time to grow up.